Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the air theory test. You can see I've got Mark helping us again.
Yep. Hello. Okay, I'll go through some of this chat. So, first in, we've got D. Harris, who says, good evening, Dano and Mark. So, evening, D.
Evening, D.
Gillian's Dots is in, saying, good evening, Dano and Mark. Evening, Gillian.
Ma'am.
Gillian's Dots says, good evening, D. Gillian's Dots said, happy birthday for tomorrow, D. Yes, happy birthday, D.
Birthday.
D. Harris says, good evening, Gillian. And D. Harris says, hope this works for you, Dano. Wish I had known earlier you were paying for the online. I would have sent the DVD earlier.
Yeah. Thank you for it. Yeah, we done a little bit of a test. Yes, last night after the show to work. We just kind of got to get in because you get a lot of flashing, and then it once it loads up and get the big screen, it's fine.
Okay. And D. Harris says, not my birthday, Gillian, tomorrow. It's August. And he says, most welcome, young man. Okay.
Yeah. Just do that first. There we go. Baby. Come on, where's my mouse?
I can see your mouse.
Yes. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
So, theory.
Yeah, but when I click skip.
Oh, yeah, skip. Jesus.
It's all the same thing. Yeah, it is.
Right, can you click on theory?
Set a mock test. There we go. Go, what, top one?
Please yeah, official site style test.
What does this sign mean?
Oh.
No route for pedestrians and cyclists. A route for cyclists only. A route for pedestrians and cyclists. A route for pedestrians only. A route for pedestrian.
Yeah. So it only reads the question out.
Why is it important to make full use of the slip road as you join a motorway? To allow you to fit safely into the traffic flow in the left-hand lane. To allow you direct access to the overtaking lanes. Because you can continue on the hard shoulder. Because there is space available to turn round if you need to. Why is it important to make full use of the slip road as you join a motorway? To allow you to fit safely into the...
Yeah.
You want to reverse into a side road. What should you do if you aren't sure that the area behind your car is clear? Get out and check. Carry on, assuming it's clear.
No.
Look through the rear window only. Check the mirrors only.
Get out and check.
You're waiting at a level crossing. What must you do if a train passes but the lights keep flashing? Phone the signal operator. Park and investigate. Edge over the stop line and look for train. Carry on waiting.
Carry on waiting.
You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating? Pedestrians walking towards you. Mud on the road. A vehicle overtaking you. The road getting narrower.
It could be overtaken on narrow road.
Well, what's not there?
What's not there?
Well, what's not on that as a typical road?
A footpath.
What kind of road is it?
A country.
And what do country roads not have?
A footpath for people.
Mm-hmm.
So could be people walking down their lane.
When should you use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane dual carriageway? When you're turning right only. When you're overtaking or turning right. When you're overtaking only. When you're using cruise control.
Okay, remember this is a dual carriageway and not a motorway.
Yeah, so you had a 3-lane and using the right lane with where right-hand drive, so you'll be on the
Will all the rules still apply
Yep.
on a dual carriageway to a motorway, but you can get away with one more thing on a dual carriageway. So remember the rules apply that you stay in the left lane and the right-hand lanes are for overtaking only.
Yeah.
But what else can you do on a dual carriageway?
Turn right.
What's the maximum fine for driving without insurance?
500.
I think that's 5,000.
£1,500.
Or unlimited, but I don't think they'll be unlimited. I don't think they'll be 500. And they're between 1,000. Yeah, it's like £1,000.
What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? A vehicle handbook, proof of your identity, an appropriate driving breakdown cover.
License.
Which type of vehicle does this sign apply to? High vehicles, heavy vehicles, long vehicles, wide vehicles.
High.
When may you drive a car in this bus lane? To get to the front of a traffic queue. Outside its hours of operation. You may not use it at any time. To overtake slow-moving traffic.
Outside of the operation.
At an incident, someone is suffering from severe burns. How could you help them? Douse the burns with clean, cool water. Apply lotions to the injury. Remove anything sticking to the burns. Burst any blisters.
Well, I wouldn't burst blisters, putting cream or anything on it. Remove anything that's sticky. No. I think add cold, clean water. Only when I can kind of make sense.
Which sign means no through road?
C.
Which light should you switch on when daytime visibility is poor but not seriously reduced?
It was not fog lights.
Front fog lights, dipped headlights, headlights and fog lights, rear fog lights.
Dipped headlights.
What can you do to reduce environmental damage caused by your vehicle? Avoid using the cruise control. Use the air conditioning whenever you drive. Avoid making a lot of short journeys. Use the gears to slow the vehicle.
Avoid using shorter journeys.
You're following a lorry on a wet road. What should you do when spray makes it difficult to see the road ahead? Keep close to the lorry, away from the spray. Put your headlights on full beam. Speed up and overtake quickly. Drop back until you can see better.
Yep, drop back.
Where would you find these road markings? At a mini roundabout. On a pedestrian crossing. At a railway crossing. On a motorway.
Right. Mini roundabout.
At a mini. What does this sign mean? School crossing patrol.
Nope.
No pedestrians allowed.
No.
Zebra crossing ahead. Pedestrian zone, no vehicles.
Zebra crossing.
What will happen if you hold the clutch pedal down or roll in neutral for too long? It will reduce your control. It will improve tyre wear. It will use more fuel. It will cause the engine to overheat. It will reduce your control.
Reduce control.
You're travelling along this road. How should you pass the cyclist? Keep close to them as you pass. Leave them plenty of room as you pass.
Yep.
Change down one gear before you pass. Sound your horn as you pass.
Yep, permit them to jump on the skin.
What is the shortest overall stopping distance on a dry road at 60 mph?
Right, so you're on a dry road, you're going 60 miles an hour.
53 meters or 175 feet. 58 meters or 190 feet. 73 meters or 240 feet. 96 meters or 315 feet.
So, down the road, dry, stopping distance, I would say it's going to be 73.
73 meters.
What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing? Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance. Accelerate past the vehicles in the left-hand lane. Pull up on the left-hand verge. Move across and continue in the right-hand lane.
Move across.
Hold on. What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing? Well, look at the sign.
Well, the sign is saying that is a dead end.
The left-hand lane we can continue in.
Yeah.
The right-hand lane we can't. So do you think moving across and continuing to the right-hand lane is a good idea?
No, because you're going to have to move across it, back across.
Yeah.
Slow down, keeping a safe separation distance.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this. This is old school. This is what I gritted my teeth on when I was instructing.
Yeah.
Which lights must you use if you're driving on a well-lit motorway at night?
Well,
Use front fog lights.
we hasn't mentioned anything about fog.
Use only your side lights. Use your headlights.
Side lights, because you're well lit, or
But you're on the motorway at night.
yeah. So, oh, it doesn't say full beam either.
You're on a well-lit motorway at night,
Yeah.
but you're still driving at night. I mean, if you were driving down the street that was well lit at night, would you use your side lights?
No. So be your headlights.
Mm-hmm.
What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic?
Stop.
Stop. Go ahead. Turn left. Turn right.
I think it's stop.
You're at a junction controlled by traffic lights. When should you wait at a green light? When pedestrians are waiting to cross.
Yep.
When you intend to turn right. When your exit from the junction is blocked. When you think the lights may be about to change.
When your exit is blocked.
After a collision, someone is unconscious in their vehicle. When should you call the emergency services?
As soon as possible.
After you have woken them up. Only as a last resort. After checking for broken bones.
Traffic officers operate on motorways and some primary routes in England and Wales. What are they authorised to do? Stop and arrest drivers who break the law. Stop and direct anyone on a motorway. Repair broken down vehicles on the motorway. Issue fixed penalty notices.
Right. Traffic.
So traffic officers are not police officers. They
No.
are employed by the Highways of England
Right.
to keep traffic flowing on the motorway.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be.
Stop and direct anyone on a motorway.
Yeah, I think it's going to be that one.
How can you plan your route before starting a long journey? Ask your local garage. Consult a travel agent. Check your vehicle handbook. Use a route planner on the internet.
Route planner.
If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? Anti-lock brakes, a collapsible steering wheel, a properly adjusted head restraint, an air-sprung seat. You see a pedestrian carrying a white stick that also has a red band. What does this mean? They have limited mobility. They're blind. They're deaf. They're deaf and blind.
The deaf and blind.
Why have red routes been introduced in major cities? To provide better parking, to allow lorries to load more freely, to help the traffic flow, to raise the speed limits.
To help the traffic flow. Never heard of red route.
What type of vehicle uses an amber flashing beacon on a dual carriageway? A fire engine,
Nope.
a doctor on call,
No.
a tractor,
Yeah.
an ambulance.
Tractor. Slow moving vehicle.
What does this sign mean? Give way to trams. Route for trams. Give way to buses. Route for buses.
Route for trams.
What's most likely to distract you while you're driving? Using the demisters, using the mirrors, using the windscreen wipers, using a mobile phone.
Using the mobile phone.
You're towing a trailer along a 3-lane motorway. When may you use the right-hand lane? When there are lane closures. When you can maintain a high speed. When there's slow-moving traffic. When large vehicles are in the left and centre lanes.
When there's lane closures.
What should you do before starting a journey in foggy weather? Have a caffeinated drink. Reduce your tyre pressures. Allow more time. Wear a high visibility jacket.
Allow more time. I would say you could wear high vis.
You arrive at an incident. A pedestrian is bleeding heavily from a leg wound. The leg isn't broken and there's nothing in the wound. How could you help? Apply firm pressure over the wound. Give them a warm drink. Keep the casualty's legs flat on the ground. Dab the wound to stop the bleeding. Apply firm pressure.
Yeah, room pressure.
How will a heavy load on your roof rack affect your vehicle's handling? It will reduce the stopping distance. It will improve the road holding. It will make the steering lighter. It will reduce stability.
Reduce stability.
What does this sign mean? Trams crossing ahead. No trams ahead. Trams only. Oncoming trams.
Tram crossing ahead.
Which sign means no motor vehicles are allowed?
A.
When may you drive over a pavement? When the pavement is very wide. To gain access to a property. To overtake slow-moving traffic. If there are no pedestrians nearby.
To get access to your property.
You want to put a rear-facing baby seat on the front passenger seat. What must you do if the passenger seat is protected by a frontal airbag? Deactivate the airbag.
Yeah.
Put the child in an adult seatbelt.
Come on.
Ask a passenger to hold the baby. Turn the seat to face sideways.
No.
What should you do if you begin to feel drowsy while you're driving? Turn the heater up to keep you warm and comfortable. Continue with your journey, but drive more slowly. Stop and rest. Close the car windows to help you concentrate.
Stop and rest.
What must you do when the amber light is flashing at a pelican crossing? Give way to pedestrians already on the crossing. Stop and wait for the red light. Give way to pedestrians waiting to cross. Stop and wait for the green light.
Give way to pedestrians already crossing.
Which colour follows the green signal at a puffin crossing? Flashing amber. Steady amber. Steady red. Flashing green.
Puffin crossing. So it's not
Yeah.
a pelican. So what can we rule out there?
Flashing green.
Okay, so we rule out flashing green. What else can we rule out?
Flashing amber.
Right, yeah, correct, because you got that correct in the previous one.
Yep.
And what else could we rule out?
The steady red.
Steady amber.
So it'd be steady amber because it goes green then amber.
What does this sign mean? End of cycle route. Cycle parking only. Cycle route ahead.
Cycle route ahead.
Frank has recently passed his driving test. Whilst he's growing in confidence with each solo journey he completes, he still feels that he has a lot to learn, and he has not yet driven on a motorway. Frank has just insured a car for the first time and was surprised at how expensive it was. The broker that arranged the cover sympathized and said it was because so many recently qualified drivers end up making some kind of insurance claim. The broker mentioned the Pass Plus scheme and said that there were discounts to be had for drivers that had been through it. He also mentioned that the premium would go down if Frank increased the voluntary excess on the policy.
Which vehicles are prohibited from using the motorway? Double-deck buses. Powered mobility scooters. Cars with automatic transmission. Motorcycles over 50cc.
Well, I would have. If you drive a 50cc motorbike, you can't go on the motorway. If you drive even if you drive a 125 on a provisional license, you can't go on the motorway. So that's both a powered scooter or on about a mobility scooter there, or just a scooter.
Well, did you watch Benidorm?
Yes.
Could you imagine Mads driving down a motorway?
Yeah. Probably. I could, but it probably couldn't be allowed.
Mm-hmm.
What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? They must display green L plates. They must be accompanied on their first motorway journey. They must have valid motor insurance. They must have a new photograph taken for their full license.
They must display green L plates.
Green L plates? Are you sure the green L plates? So the green with an L?
Well, L is new. It's blue now. It's red.
Yeah.
I remember that. I know this one is green. Is it green for new driver?
They must be accompanied on their first motorway journey. They must have valid motor insurance.
I don't think it's any such thing.
They must have a new photograph taken for their full license.
Okay. Full license, a new photo.
Really? What is the legal requirement? What one of them?
What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver?
What one of them is going to break the law if you don't have?
They must have valid motor insurance.
Insurance.
What's covered by third-party insurance? Damage to your vehicle. Damage to other vehicles. Fire damage to your vehicle. Flood damage to your vehicle.
Damage to other vehicles.
What does it mean if your insurance policy has an excess of £500? The insurance company will pay the first £500 of any claim. You will be paid £500 if you don't claim within 1 year. Your vehicle is insured for a value of £500 if it's stolen. You'll have to pay the first £500 of the cost of any claim.
You have to pay the first 500.
When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? When you pass the driving test first time. When you complete the Pass Plus scheme. When you don't wear glasses. When you're under 25 years.
When you pass the Plus scheme.
Okay, so click review and test.
Oh.
So out of that, you got one wrong.
Yeah, bit of a shock there, like. It was unlimited.
It is unlimited. It depends on the seriousness of not having insurance, basically.
Yeah.
If it's a simple mistake, it can be whatever. But then if you maybe go kill somebody on the road without insurance, then yeah, it's quite severe. It depends on the situation on how much you will get fined.
I always just thought there was a limit. They go, right, if you don't have any insurance, you were getting £1,000 fine. That's the first time I've actually got a full mark other than one.
Yeah. So end review. Do you want to sit the hazard? So you're going to do the hazard perception?
During this hazard perception part of your test, we will assess the skills you should have already developed.
Oh, the old Renault Clio.
In each video clip during the test, there are hazards.
There's 14 of these. Oh, I've got time.
Oh, these are the old style ones. I love these. I'm in my element here. Okay. So you passed your theory. What about your hazard perception? Click on at the top hazard perception.
Right.
23 out of 75.
Yeah. There
Just
was a
think-
couple that when it first started,
Yeah.
and then I went, oh, that's like the bus. I think it was the bus one or something that just pulled out.
Mm.
I went, oh, that. I didn't realize that we were going to start off straight away. Obviously, realized that probably could happen.
Okay, but you know, it's you did your theory well, so
Yeah.
I think you can close that now.
No,
No, click close.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yep. Oh, God.
Right, so I'll just catch up with this chat. So D says, should have edited the daft questions out, but then where's the fun? LOL. D says, these type of questions are new for an old CD, make you think more.
Yeah.
Gillies Dot says, well done, good show. D Harris says, nice job, Dano. Only one mistake, keep practicing. The hazard vids are dark on the screen. Yeah, I noticed that as well. And then D says, them hazard clips will keep you on your toes and thinking constantly, better than watching 3 clips in and done. So there we go. I don't think there's anything more to say on that. Just end on a high that you've only got one wrong.
Yeah. I think with you say with the hazard perception, is you're constantly watching, and because I'm thinking I'm counting down because you see obviously it's saying that counted down.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like that's the biggest. And you don't think, oh, there's gonna be a hazard straight away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I missed a couple out.
Mm.
I just wish we could have went maybe back and watched and seen the ones that I did get wrong or see how close we were.
Just keep practicing.
Yeah.
All you can do. Okay, well, I'll say goodbye. So it's a good night from me. I've got to hop over because I'm on Lindsay's stream at 7. So, yeah, quick toilet stop and then I'm back in again. So I'll catch everybody later.
Yep, and good night from me. I'll let you all know when my next one is. So just keep an eye out. So until then, night all.
Bye.